Perfect. I am putting this stand up because we're going to start in standing in about 10 seconds or so. There we go. Whee. The floor is carpet, and so the stand can be a little bit tippy. Sometimes it fell over in the middle of me teaching a group class yesterday, which was fun. I hope you're all well, or as well as you can be. I'm promised today we're going to do some meditation, but also some breath work as well. And so this is one of my favorite things to do, especially when I'm feeling kind of flat, when it's mid-afternoon, anything like that. And this is called vacuuming out the lungs. So what we're going to do is we're going to exhale, 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 all of the air as much as you can out of your lungs. You're going to plug your nose and hold your mouth. And I want you to just take a moment to come up and feel what that feels like in your body. And then let go and let your arms come up overhead. Take a moment to breathe a little bit more naturally, and then you're going to repeat this 3 times. You do not need to stay with my timing. This is entirely personal. So you might actually feel like you have more exhaling to do or less exhaling to do than my timing. And you may not want to hold and wait for me to catch up to you, right? And I don't want you to rush through this. So I want you to really feel for yourself what this feels like. So exhale all the air out of your lungs as much as you can. Plug your nose and mouth. Hold for a moment and then release. Okay. Ready? Let's go. Take a moment to breathe. Exhale again. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Take a moment to breathe. We're going to do this one more time. Exhaling all of the air you can out of your lungs, holding your nose and mouth closed for a moment, and then raising your hands above your head to breathe. Exhale one more last time. Beautiful. And then just take a moment to breathe. Notice where in your body you feel your breath. Don't try to manipulate your breath. Just let your body breathe. Gorgeous. So I love doing that exhale, that lung vacuuming, and then that holding and that letting the air in. First of all, it can actually help to clear a lot of stale air out of your lungs if you do it that way. Because so often, especially if we're doing a lot of sitting right now, it's very shallow breathing. And so being able to exhale and clean out the lungs and to provide some open space for new fresh air to come in, it can feel very rejuvenating. It can feel very awakening, and it's like getting a hit of coffee without the caffeine, without the jittery energy. All right, so now I just want you to take a stretch. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch wide. Take a yawn. If you can, bring your hands behind your back and stretch and open your chest. And then let that go. Give it a shake. Gorgeous. And now I want you to move with your breath. So inhale and bring your arms wide. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time you're going to bring your hands up overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And now we can't forget the lower part of our body. So this time as you inhale, I want you to grow the lower part of your body as well as the upper part of your body, nice and wide. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And give a nice shake and let a trickle of sound come from high to low as you shake yourself out. And then low to high. Great. So why is this work so important? Breathing, moving and breathing at the same time. Really thinking about the lungs, and also now being able to incorporate some sound. We have a nerve called the vagus nerve. It's the longest cerebral nerve in the entire body. It connects up here and then runs through the body, connecting all of the organs except for the adrenal glands. And the job of the vagus nerve is to monitor the internal state of safety in the body. And so when we're living in stress, when we're living with chronic anxiety, when we're not resetting, then we're telling the body that we're under threat all the time. And of course, what our bodies are made to do, if you think about, early humans in the jungle, we had a threat, like there's a tiger, we ran away, and we either didn't get away successfully and died, or we did get away successfully and we stayed alive. And then the crisis was over, and we were able to regulate back into, safety, connection with other people, there's a bird over there. And so in that way, having that flexibility in the nervous system to know I'm in danger, I'm in safety, is incredibly important. And when we live in a world where we're constantly getting information from our phones and our screens, we use social media and the algorithms are set to constantly jack us up. Even the way that movies and television shows now are edited, they're edited to do those really quick, what am I trying to say? Changes, right? Of like it changes into a different scene or changes into a different angle shot. And actually what that does is it releases adrenaline in the body. And so we're just constantly jacked up all the time. And so being able to regulate, being able to know when we're in safety helps us to be able to actually discern when we're in threat so that we can behave appropriately and take the steps that we need to do to come back to safety. And then we're able to downgrade again. And so it's really important to be able to work with the vagus nerve. Fun fact, so the vagus nerve looks at the heartbeat. And so if the heart is racing, there's actually a relationship between the racing of my heart and my ability to make facial expressions, or my ability to have a voice that is nuanced and expressive. So for those of you who are actors and singers, being able to work with the vagus nerve is essential, foundational principles for your work. And then there's the rest of us. So we're social human beings. That's often how we know we're in safety, is that I can look at someone's face and know that they're a friend and that they're not going to hurt me. And if my vagus nerve is telling my body that I am in threat, I am not able to read people's faces, let alone work on my own facial expression or my own sound. And so how can we have relationships? How can we have scene work if we're constantly feeling under threat? And so taking time to work with breath, to work with movement and breath at the same time, and to also work with sound, humming and singing, helps to work with the vagus nerve to send the signal to the rest of our body that we are in safety. So that's why this work that I'm offering is really valuable. The next little thing is we're going to do a very short meditation now. So if you would like to lie down or sit, and of course when people hear meditation, they often have assumptions about what a good meditation is going to look like. I want you to throw that all out. I want you to be comfortable. So often we equate the absence of discomfort with comfort, and they're not the same thing. So my invitation to you in this moment is to get comfortable. Can you make an adjustment so that you are a little bit more comfortable in this moment? If you want to flop on the ground, if you want a pillow, if you want to wrap yourself in a blanket, do that for yourself so that you can feel comfort. And my gosh, you deserve to feel comfort after the last week or couple of weeks that you may have been experiencing. So please don't, go rigid in your spine. Just get comfortable. I want to boost my hips up. Oh, there we go. And then drop my knees down. There you go. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. You are under no command to do so. Everything is an invitation. If you'd like to have your eyes open, you can. And then I invite you to just let your gaze be very soft on the ground. And take a moment just to notice the points of contact that are supporting you. Your sit bones, perhaps your feet or your ankles. If you're lying on the floor, notice that there are parts of your body in firm and deep contact with the floor. There are parts of your body curving away from the floor entirely. And there are parts of your body just gently contacting the floor. If you're sitting, notice if there are parts of your back that are in contact with your seat. What parts of your bottom is in contact. Notice your knees, your ankles, and your feet. And let your jaw go as you're noticing. Soften your tongue. And notice if something else inside of you softens as well. Don't try to breathe in a certain way. Just notice your breathing. What sensations tell you that you're inhaling? What sensations tell you that you're exhaling? And now I have one more invitation for you. And you can do this if you're lying, if you're sitting, if you're sitting in a chair, all up to you. But if you want, bring your thumb and your index finger together, and then bring your fingers into the palm of your hand, and then lay the backs of your hands down, either on your knees or on the floor if you're lying down. And I want you to bring your attention to your rib cage now. Feel how your rib cage opens and expands with each inhale. Take a breath and really think about using your muscles to expand your rib cage. So breathe in and then let it go. And one more time, breathe in and let it go. And then one last time, breathe in and let it go. And now just let your body breathe. Let your jaw soften. Let your tongue soften. And now I want you to bring your awareness to your heartbeat. You might not feel it in your chest. You might feel it in your pelvis. You might feel it in your neck or an arm. Just notice where you can locate the beating of your heart. And your heart has a two-part rhythm. It has a big push and a little push. Can you become so sensitive to feeling your heartbeat that you can differentiate between the big and the little push? And now I want you just to create a gentle, just exhale on some sound. We'll do that 2 more times. Think about the feeling of vibration, not the sound of it. And you're going to gently come out of this. If your eyes are closed, take time to gently allow the light to come back into your eyes. Take a breath, 1. Let the light come into your eyes, 2. Blink a few times, 3. Take a look at the room around you. keeping your jaw released. Take a breath for your experience. And exhale on sound. Take a nice stretch. Take it nice and wide. If there's a yawn, let there be a yawn. Thank you so much for your time. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.